I miss the sound of your voice, your kiss, your embrace, your touch, your laugh, your everything. Why make me want you when you won't let yourself be true?
Hi there, Rose Cora Perry here, Canadian rock and roll musician. Really excited to be joining you today on Rock and Metal Jewels. Your wonderful curator, Michael, invited me here to talk a little bit about who I am, what my band does, and what we're all about musically.
And you spent your whole life searching for what was right in front of you. And you spent your whole life waiting just for me to be with you. Yeah, you turned away, said you couldn't stay, said you couldn't love me in that way. Yeah, you spent your whole life chasing having you.
I'm a Canadian rock and roll musician. I got my start in music fairly young. I was around 4 years old when I started voice lessons, and then at age 7 I actually penned my very first song. Now, it wasn't fantastic, but it was my very first song. Then from there, kind of going into my teenage years, I got involved in my first rock and roll bands as a frontwoman and a songwriter, and I taught myself how to play guitar. And I've kind of stuck with it ever since in various kind of ways. So I've expressed myself both as a solo artist as well as a rock and roll frontwoman, and I've kind of found my footing combining my love for both of those elements. So I really like beautiful melodies that are tuneful, that get stuck in your head and just have, you know, a really nice emotion to them and a lot of dynamic. But simultaneously, I love hard rock and distortion, and I love big, powerful drums. So being able to combine those two sensibilities is really all what my band, The Truth Untold, is about. Well, that band got founded in late 2016, early 2017, and it's myself and my spouse slash drummer, the incredibly talented Tyler Randall. He's an amazing multi-instrumentalist. He also plays lead guitar and bass, but for our project, he's our drummer. And what we kind of do musically is I write the songs, and then we sort of figure out rhythmically where we want to go with them. And we like to play a lot off of what he does drum-wise with what I'm doing on rhythm guitar, just kind of emphasizing each other's kind of high points and then taking it back when we need to, really working on that dynamic and creative ways to enhance each other's kind of sound in that sort of capacity. So we released our debut EP in late 2019, right before the world went kaput. There was intention to go on a crazy tour in support of it, but obviously due to COVID, like every other musician in our circumstance, that didn't really happen. But that's okay. Things can always be rediscovered at a later date, and you know, music, so to speak, and that sensibility never really gets old. You can always rediscover older things or rediscover brand new things that you didn't even know existed. So I hope that you will go and check it out. It's called Other Side of the Story. And as far as what it's kind of all about, what we did is we recrafted some songs that I had previously released as a solo artist and really kind of rockified them. We wanted to add our sensibility as a band and how we work together, you know, as I said, you know, really playing off of each other's talents and playing off of each other's rhythms in terms of what he's doing on drums and what I'm doing on guitar, and making it heavy and, you know, hard hitting and balls to the wall, but at the same time keeping pretty melodies. So it's that kind of cool combination.
Across humankind, it's taking our lives, we're biding our time. Oh, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't you. Oh, sometimes it's hard to know which of the facts are true. Not my time to go, not my time to die.
I I'd say we kind of draw from a variety of influences. Like Tyler has no qualms about saying he's a metalhead. He's into really crazy kind of progressive stuff. A lot of, really, really heavy instrumentation where it's like constantly. And I can't listen to that kind of stuff like ongoing for hours on end because I'll never sleep. My mind will just be racing from all the intensity of it. Me, on the other hand, I love my heavy music. I love my grunge. I love my alternative. I was raised in the 90s, so that's really my comfort zone. But beyond that, I was also raised on a lot of classic rock, bands like Bon Jovi and Aerosmith. I love that kind of stuff. I love the melodies. I love the harmonies. I love the epicness of those ballads when they really, really take you on a journey. You feel like you're getting to know that person as a songwriter and really understanding where they're going from start to finish as they take you through their album and they take you through kind of the stories that shaped what was going on in their lives at that time. So as far as musical genre, I think it goes without saying no band ever likes to pigeonhole themselves. I would say we're heavily 90s rock, 90s grunge alternative influenced band, but for all intents and purposes we're a rock band. People are going to get different things out of it. We've gotten some comparisons that some people hear artists like Joan Jett, some people hear artists like Pat Benatar. I've also gotten comparisons to Alanis Morissette. My biggest influence of all time is Veruca Salt, and very few people ever pick up on that. So clearly everybody hears something a little bit different, but that's kind of the cool thing about music. It's really subjective. You can get out of it what you want, and it can become, really, really personal experience. So have a listen. You'll hear what you interpret and what your influences are, and I hope you dig it. That's all I can say in that regard.
Wanna dream today of another face. Shows the world the truth, one that I can't embrace.
Following up to our 2019 release, we actually just at the end of this past year, again in November, we released a brand new single called Not My Time, which I hope that you will check out. We've got a rockin' video which involves an FBI car chase. It's online. It's super exciting. If anything, just watch for my Camaro because it's a damn cool car. But we've got that follow-up single right now. It's doing really, really fantastic. And as far as new music and kind of what's on the horizon, well, you'll just have to wait and see. Definitely, please do check us out on social media, and we hope to see you at a gig in the future. And in the meantime, keep on rocking, my friends. Thanks for having me, Michael.